I think success is based on how much you grow and learn. Grow as an individual and as a leader.
When I started NerdWallet, I was 27 and I had so much energy to do. If I had spent more time learning rather than doing, I think I would have gotten further a lot faster.
So many of us early in our career are worried about failure, are worried about how it might look if we have that big idea and people don't believe in it. What I've realized is the people who make big impacts are the people who try.
I know I'm being successful when I'm being true to who I am and true to the passions that I have. You'll ask any of my colleagues and they'll say that I'm a pretty kind of manifesto or purpose-driven person in my work.
I think there's what people recognize as a young leader, and I think what should be recognized as a young leader. For me, it's not just the title and how much you make, but also how much you can give back to others.
Well, first of all, it's an honor that anyone's calling me young these days, so I'll take it.
I define success as doing what you love and being good at it.
Success comes when your company gives back. It's all about social good. And I'm thinking, how do we go beyond CSR, corporate social responsibility, and actually do things that engage with community members?
I mentor a lot of women at PG&E, and one thing I tell them is it's always good to think ahead. Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? And then be comfortable knowing that the path getting there is never, ever what you think. So it's a combination of having a vision and then knowing that there might be some turns and even U-turns along the way.
The thing about mentorship is that when you have someone who's looking out for you, it just changes the way you approach so many different things. I think you're bolder, you are more comfortable, you can be more thoughtful about the steps that you take because you know that you have that support and you're not always worried about kind of where you stand. And I think that's just invaluable.
Some of the same advice that I got 3 years ago when I started Chariot in 2014 is the same advice I would give today to any entrepreneur starting a business, whether it's a technical startup or a lifestyle business. And that is get to market really, really quickly. I thought of Chariot on February 8th, 2014, and we hit the street on April 22nd, several weeks later. So put the product or the service on the market as fast as possible, learn from your customers, fail fast, iterate, and keep the dialogue with your customers so that, because they're the ones that are ultimately going to decide whether your business will succeed or fail.
The definition of success, I think it's changed for me over the time. It probably does for a lot of folks. Early in my career, it was more focused on, am I making progress, am I advancing? And then as I've sort of gained some perspective and also, frankly, kind of taken on more senior roles, it's more about the impact I'm having and the impact that my team is having for investors, making investing more accessible to a much, much wider range of folks, which is what I work on. And so seeing that happen and seeing us get have success in that way is success for me.
Success, to me, that is making an impact on the world. That definition has definitely changed over time. When I first started off, it was, can I start a profitable business? When we started to do that, it became, can we build a great company? After that, our sphere of influence increased, and then it became, hey, we can actually do a lot here. Can we change the world? And so our mission today is really around helping consumers make financial decisions with confidence.
I think if I had one advice to give to people, and that's the advice I give to my students, to sort of really enjoy what they do. Really enjoy your job and whatever you do, regardless of how high or high low it seems to be, you have to enjoy it.
In what we do, particularly in fashion, I think the most humbling thing is that you will never, ever, ever be able to rest on your laurels. We have to be fresh and exciting and interesting every single day, and more often than not, it's my job to figure that out anywhere from 6 to 9 months before we're presenting it to you, and that can make it a really interesting experience because you'll learn that you're off script, off trend, and maybe off the desired point a lot quicker than you can anticipate, and you have to iterate and move quickly. And if you're not, you're stuck with a whole bunch of coffin liners.
I would tell any young entrepreneur, it's okay to not do something that pays a lot. And that's crazy. Young people think, I gotta just be an engineer because it pays 6 figures. Or I wanna be the next Mark Zuckerberg, which I absolutely can't stand. Love Mark, but there's only one Mark Zuckerberg. There's only one Shaun Tai. There's only one Barack Obama. So how do you be an inspiration for other people? How do you lead the next generation? And I hope that's something that I can leave as my legacy, is to inspire the next generation of leaders.
When I found out about this, the immediate thing that I think about is, oh my gosh, there's so many other people that deserve this. They're doing so much more interesting work than I'm doing. And then I realized, oh my gosh, now it's my opportunity to sort of elevate those other leaders. To me, it's just a testament to everyone who's ever advocated on my behalf in my career, who's ever respected my point of view, who's cared about where I'm heading. And it's flattering, it's amazing, and then it's also really empowering because it says, okay, now there's time and an opportunity and a moment to say, okay, what's next?